Here's why your friends and family literally can't see what Trump is doing to the country.
I'm curious about this perspective, sure.
And no, it's not because they're stupid. We need to talk about something psychologists have been studying for years because it explains a lot of the heartbreak, the confusion, and the frustration so many of us, myself included, are feeling right now. See, when most people vote for a candidate, it's just a preference. But for a lot of people in the MAGA movement, supporting Trump became a part of their identity.
That actually makes a little bit of sense. Yeah. It's weird. The other day, I thought my mom was de-escalating off the MAGA shit. And I made a joke because my aunt came in to visit for a little bit and the planes got delayed. And I was like, see, that's because your president did the shutdown. And she got fucking triggered as fuck, dude. She got triggered. And he's like, all the Democrats. I said, Ma, the Democrats just wanted to make sure, middle-class Americans got health care. That's all it was. They just wanted to make sure there was an extension on the Obamacare subsidies. Oh, yeah, well, they also wanted fucking illegals to have benefits. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? What illegals having benefits? What are you saying? That's not a thing. That doesn't happen. She's like, yeah, he wanted to have health care. I said, Ma, if an illegal immigrant goes to the fucking hospital now, they get health care. Even what you're saying is like wrong because they don't. If you go to a hospital, they have to treat you. You're already paying for their health care because they go to the oh, yeah? Well, what the fuck she said something so dumb. I can't even tell you what she said. It was fucking insane. I was like, you're already paying for it. And she's like, yeah. I was like, what she said was like, yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, what the fuck is happening? Like, I don't know. I don't understand. It's insane. I don't really get it. What the fuck? The same thing happens on the left. You attack the identity they trigger. I don't know what that means because I'm not like on the left. I don't really care either way. I just like MAGA is just like actually stupid fucking brain rot. It's fucking insane, dude. There is no cult like MAGA. Honestly, it's actually insane. It turns like fucking reasonable, rational people into fucking lunatics.
Not just a choice.
I think maybe part of you know what I think part of MAGA is actually. I think it's a victim complex. I think we live in the era of victim complexes. I think there's a lot of different things, but like everybody wants to be a victim nowadays. They're fucking pathetic. Everybody wants to be a fucking victim. You know, like you'll have feminism, and there is like a real reason for feminism, just to be clear. But there's like aspects of it that like victimize themselves. Same thing with like male advocation. You see people that'll be like, I have ADHD, I can't focus and do my homework. Whereas like if you actually had ADHD, you would identify that you had it as a way so that you could acknowledge the issue, so you could engage in like some kind of behavioral protocol. Right? So MAGA is that. They are victims. The election was stolen from us. The illegals are here to steal our jobs. DEI is taking jobs from us. It's victim shit. MAGA is just another victim complex. So
who they are. There's actual research on this. It's called identity fusion and social identity theory. In simple terms, when a political leader becomes tied to your sense of self, any threat to that leader feels like a threat to you. So criticism of Trump, no matter how factual, hits the brain like an attack. And when something feels like an attack, the brain doesn't evaluate facts. The brain defends. This is called identity protective.
Not my brain. I'm perfect, so I don't have to worry about that.
Thinking. People will dismiss
we're all going to be the victim of AI. Yeah, probably. Well, that's the thing. Look at it. Think about it this way. Trump and like a lot of MAGA people are on. Well, first of all, MAGA loves AI. They think it's funny. My mom has a fucking phone case, a like AI phone case. It's actually insane. She doesn't understand like the catastrophe that we are engaging in. But MAGA uses all these AI memes. I genuinely think that part of using it is because they think it's funny, but then also because they're trying to like unironically groom Americans into thinking that like AI is perfectly okay. Completely unregulated, because my understanding is AI will not have any regulation for like a decade because we want to get ahead of the AI race. So it's just like, guys, don't worry. This is literally stealing your jobs. It's increasing the cost of your electricity, but look at it. But you can make Franklin launching a fucking rocket out of boat full of people, maybe trafficking drugs. I don't know. Should that be the punishment for drug trafficking? I don't know. Probably not. That's what it is. I don't know. I don't even know if they're drug trafficking, but yeah.
Evidence, twist information, or blames.
I mean, didn't Joe Rogan just say AI is like going to be the new Jesus Christ or something? He said something like that. How do we know Jesus doesn't get reborn as AI? Because it's like God stuff. He can do like whatever he wants. That's like the gist of it.
Someone else, not because they're malicious, but because accepting the truth would mean admitting I was wrong about who I am. And psychologically, that feels like falling off a cliff for them. Now, There are those who follow Trump who enjoy the cruelty. Okay, I
That's definitely true. There's some people who love that shit.
know that. But for many, supporting Trump wasn't about that. It gave them community, belonging, and meaning at a time that they felt ignored and powerless. Letting go of him feels like losing their
It's like a pronoun. It's like their own pronoun gang. MAGA.
tribe. It feels like losing themselves. So when you're wondering, why can't my otherwise good friends and family see what's happening? It's because their mind isn't protecting Trump. It's protecting their identity. This doesn't excuse the harm, but it explains the wall we all keep hitting.
No, but it makes sense to try to like look at this from like a sociological. What am I saying? Economic. What the fuck is wrong with me? A sociological perspective, because if we can understand why, we can try to educate the brains of the uneducated.
And here's the hardest part. Facts alone won't break through the identity shield. Compassion sometimes
I'm gonna punch him. Just kidding. Don't. I'm just 100% joking.
does. And I know that's hard. But right now, that's really the best tool we have. Not agreement, just connection. Because people step out of identity-based thinking when they no longer feel threatened.
Yeah, I do also. I don't know. This might be a tough one. I do also think part of it is because most of the people who gravitate towards MAGA are very religious, and religion does not teach critical thought. It teaches, actually, the reverse. It teaches you to be unintelligent in your engagement with anything, right? Like the story of Adam and Eve. What is that story? God tells two people, don't eat an apple. They don't have any concept of right and wrong. They're just told by God to do or not to do. It is literally like an authoritarian story. The devil is a snake and gets in there somehow and says, you should eat the apple. So Eve eats the apple, and all of a sudden a rush of understanding of the world hits them. And then God's like, fuck you. You're punished eternally. It's going to hurt to push out babies, and you're no longer immortal, right? What's the moral of that story? You need to listen to God or a representation of God. How many times have religious figures said that God is sent by God, or excuse me, religious figures have said that Trump is sent by God? Endlessly, regardless of anything else. You need to always trust them. You need to always believe them. That part of that brain that is groomed into people when they are young has carried over onto Trump. It doesn't matter that he's had like 3 wives and he's like a fucking degenerate piece of shit. It carries over. And so like there is a level of like believing in God, because like when it comes to that like monotheistic religion aspect, like there is an association for Trump being a god to them. Like that is part of it. Like they've been conditioned their entire lives to believe in a singular dictatorial figure in some capacity that you don't have to fully understand. You just trust them. That is what they've been taught. That's part of it as well.
So if you're grieving relationships right now, you're not alone. And you're not crazy. This is a real, documented psychological phenomenon, and millions of families, mine included, are living through it. It's hard to think of showing compassion when someone is supporting something that, to us, so clearly is so awful.
This is really emotional. I actually want to kind of...
But if we can find some common ground, not political, something to show compassion, we might be able to help them tear down that wall that they've built. Go love your neighbor.
We are Charlie.